13 people have been killed in a gory accident at Anhwiaso Tano in the Bibiani Anhwiaso Bekwai municipality of the Western North region when a sprinter bus collided with a Metro mass transit bus. 19 others are currently battling for their lives at the Bibiani Government Hospital and the Anhwiaso Community Hospital with varying degrees of injuries. Adum TV's Augustine Bois, who has been on the beat, joins me with some more from the Anhwiaso Community Hospital. Augustine, bring us up to speed on the numbers of survivors, the number of survivors we have so far. Augustine, if you can hear me, bring us up to speed on the numbers that survived this gory accident.
Yeah, Ernest, I can hear you. 13 people have been confirmed dead at Anhwiaso Community Hospital and then Bibiani Government Hospital, where the accident victims were brought to. Currently, I'm at the Anhwiaso Community Hospital, where 25 accident victims were admitted. And then 5 died here, and 8 people also died at Bibiani Government Hospital. And as I'm speaking now, the medical superintendent has given us an assurance that the 18 people here, they are receiving treatment well, of which they believe that they can make it up. And we can see many people are here to identify their relatives as I speak now. But the MTTD commander, ASP Emmanuel Osei, has told us that no body will be released to any family relative until further investigation is being conducted.
Augustine, how is the community reacting to this sad news?
Well, what the residents told us was that this is not the first time they are recording such accidents, but not who has to this extent. They explained that mostly accidents do happen at that same sharp curve, but it is to the fact that there's a minor injury that they sustained, but not to the extent that 30 people could, lose their lives in such incident.
Augustine, thank you very much for bringing us up to speed on that gory accident at Anhwiaso Tano in that municipality. Let's go on to the other line and speak to ASP Emmanuel Osei, who is the MTTD commander of the area. Thank you very much, sir, for joining us. Well, he earlier gave us this interview narrating the cause of the incident.
There was an accident today around 10 a.m. We had a report that a sprinter bus with registration number AS 1819-19 involved an accident with Metro Mass bus with registration number AS 7123Y. According to the source, the sprinter bus was coming from Anhwiaso to Kumasi direction, and the Metro Mass bus was coming from Kumasi to Anhwiaso direction. So on reaching Anhwiaso, the sprinter bus was overtaking a vehicle in the curve, and in the process, he ran into the Metro Mass bus. And according to the information, 13 people have lost their life, and 19 people are still on admission. They have sustained serious injuries, and they are on admission.
Let's speak to ASP Live now. ASP Emmanuel Osei, he joins us with the very latest. Thank you very much, sir, for your time here on Joy News Prime. What is the latest on your investigation with this accident?
Yeah, thank you. The latest information is that we've recorded 13 deaths. Out of the 13, we have 8 males and then 5 females. And then those who have sustained serious injuries are 19. We have 1 at the Bibiani Government Hospital, and then the rest of the 18 at Anhwiaso Community Hospital as we speak.
Do we know if there will be any arrests in this incident, even though we know that the driver was involved in this and lost his life? Do we know if there's going to be any other arrest in this?
Okay, the driver of the Sprinter bus has lost his life, and that of the Metro Mouse bus, we are yet to get him. Efforts on way to get him to assist in the investigation.
All right, thank you very much. So we'll leave it here for now. We'll bring you update on this as and when we do. But a total of 2,924 lives were lost as a result of road accidents in 2021. This represents 12.9% increase in deaths when compared to 2020. So we'll bring you a breakdown of the figures as you see on your screen. So this is road traffic crashes, comparative analysis of the year 2020 and 2021. So from 2020, from January to December in 2021, you see the figure 15,972. But obviously in the same period last year, there was a lower figure, which is 14,866. And so this represents a marginal increase of 7.44 if you do the comparative analysis 2020 and 2021. Now, if you look at this persons killed within the same period, so we are doing the comparative analysis between 2020 and 2021. For 2020, the figure was 2,589. And for 2021, 2,924. So you see an increase there of almost 13% just for persons killed between 2020 and 2021. So we have a total of 2,924. Now, a comparative analysis of the persons who were injured in the accident recorded. In 2020, we had 15,517. But it moved up to 15,680. When you do the math, you see a marginal increase of 1%. But if you begin to go into the depths of the injuries, the degrees of the injuries recorded, there you'd appreciate how grave this is. Now, pedestrian knockdowns also constitute a huge part of the crashes that are recorded between 2020 and 2021. So in the year 2020, the figure is 2,728. And in the year 2021, 2,930. Obviously, an increase of 7.40%. This is just for pedestrian knockdowns. Now, we want to look at month-on-month distribution for 2021. So we started the year with 244 and ended with 316. Now, the 316 was recorded in the month of December. That should tell you a story of an increase in road accidents during the festivities. Because if you look at April, for instance, you see a slight increase also here, 263. But we also see something happening in February, giving you 273. It's not so clear what accounted for this, but what we see here is that during the festive seasons, there's a slight increase in the crashes that we record. Also, the number of persons killed, the regional distribution. So Greater Accra has the highest number, and it's always been the case. If you look at it, it will take you back to the previous years. You'll see that the Greater Accra region has always recorded a good number of cases. That and the Ashanti region, and you see that on the screen. So the Greater Accra has 675, the Eastern region 471, the Central region 211, the Western region 122, and then the Ashanti region. So you see that the Greater Accra and the Ashanti region have the highest, with the lowest being the Northeast region, 18 cases recorded within the year under review, 2021. Now, let's also look at the road crashes, the deaths, and we are looking at a 10-year period between 2011 and 2021. So between 10 years, this is our record for road crashes, the deaths recorded on our roads. 2011 gave us 2,199. We went up slightly in 2012, but we dropped. The figure began to drop from 2013 all the way to 2016. But guess what happens? In the year 2017, we shoot up again to 2,084. We drop in the year 2017. And then it's been an upward trajectory since then. So since 2017, the figures continue to rise, and now we stand at 2,924. That is not some good record there as far as the campaign is concerned. And we're going back further. So what I gave you earlier, this was for a 10-year period. This was for a 10-year period. This was for a 10-year period. Now, this one gives you from 1995 to the year 2021. And this is our record. I mean, there's been a trajectory, an upward trajectory of road crashes in the country. And obviously, we need to do something about this. Motorcycle crashes has been also quite significant. And you hear the MTTD always talk about the fact that motorcycles constitute about 43% of all the crashes we see on our roads. And so persons killed so far, 1,266 for the year 2021 alone. And on your screen there is the record for number of injuries as well for the year 2021, January to December.